Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, run. 15, run.
Everyone got 4 down.
Speed trip.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, box truck. 5.
From the gun, Herbert escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
2nd and 12. At the 30-yard line.
90, Wolf.
3 bucks.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the set.
Brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for Dolphins. 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
48-yard line.
Shoot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, now they'll try the end around. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. On 1st down, Herbert. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerome Baker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Geis with the carry on second down. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Shoot!
They'll set up a throw. Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay,
He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boyer with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. Now White lost the football and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
Out of the gun, Geis. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And some of these short...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Harris now to return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On the return, Harris. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. On the toss, here's Michel. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 94 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's Geis on the counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set. 10-2 stop.
On play action, they'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Trying to get it to Landry there. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
60 outlaw. 52.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. Open man is Gordon, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Go now. 30 base.
They'll run on 1st down. White, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 11. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got one.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Go, faster!
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss. This is Geis, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Go!
It's a pickup of 6.
You ain't doing nothing.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because Everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Tackles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, echo.
Throwing again. Herbert. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. 22 yards there, a first down.
And Tucson. Christian Travis. Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little... Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check. Lucky. Get it.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 13. Steps away to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, and it's his third missed field goal of the game, much to the displeasure of this home crowd, some of whom are heading for the turnstiles.
And unfortunately for him, he'll be a hot topic of discussion on talk radio in the week ahead. But I think this goes beyond him. This has really not been the greatest of performances from the top to the bottom. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's complete to Meredith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. Here's Geis. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. The Dolphins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and 19. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. Being chased out, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Lawrence Guy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Michelle. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Michelle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. This is Michelle. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a little floater there is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He's back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Patriots, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Miami, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.